Welcome to the Carnivore Cast, the podcast focused on the carnivore diet and lifestyle. I'm your host, Scott Myslinski. Normally, I interview top researchers, doctors, citizen scientists, and N=1 case studies and dig into meaty topics around carnivore and ketogenic diets. Today will be a bit different. In this mini episode, I'll be giving honest reviews of two online meat delivery companies who have been kind enough to send me some of their products. The first is Rastelli's. Rastelli's tagline is the best antibiotic-free and responsibly raised meat and seafood delivered to your door. They have both base plans and customizable plans. They offer both wild-caught Faroe Island seafood and antibiotic-free, steroid-free, and hormone-free grain-finished beef from Midwestern USA. I personally sampled their salmon and beef, including the wild-caught Faroe Island salmon fillets, beef sirloin steaks, and ground beef. All the food was flash frozen and came conveniently packaged in dry ice, so I didn't have to rush home once it was delivered. The salmon was absolutely delicious. Very moist, juicy, and tender on the outside with a nice, crispy skin. I defrosted the salmon fillets and had them for breakfast a few days. I cooked one in the air fryer and came out perfect, and the rest I seared in butter on a hot skillet. It was some of the best homemade salmon I've ever tried. The steaks were also good. I pan-seared them in butter as well. They were quite lean, but still tasty. They were delicious, tender, and juicy. And the ground beef was also good. Definitely tastier than standard grocery store ground beef, but nothing out of this world. So overall, I'd recommend this box if you're looking for some quality salmon and beef. Again, it's Rastelli's beef. I believe they're based out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I'd say the price is moderate and roughly in line with something like U.S. Wellness Meats, possibly a bit cheaper. But you're not getting pasture-raised, grass-finished meat. So check them out at rastellis.com. That's spelled Rastellis.com. The next box I wanted to review was Colorado Craft Beef. I've ordered from these guys a few times, and I absolutely love their steaks. They craft finish their beef, which means sometimes they finish with grass, but more often it's a form of grain like flaxseed or seasonal options like pumpkins, peaches, or vegetable waste like carrots. And this isn't strictly pasture-raised grass-finished beef, if that's what you're looking for. So I want to make that clear. But this finishing process gives the beef a really rich flavor, and it's also higher in omega-3 and vitamin E, according to them. And it says on their website, we develop close relationships with our cattle producers, our grain and seed farmers, as well as those who prepare our end product. Our beef is raised in the sandhills of northeastern Colorado in an environment 5 generations rich in respect and passion for the land and animals we care for. So they're pretty cool. You can learn more about their finishing options and quality standards at coloradocraftbeef.com. Their meat also comes packaged in dry ice, so it doesn't spoil if it arrives when you aren't home. From them, I've ordered the Griller box, which comes with 15 pounds total for $149, so roughly $10 a pound. But that includes 11 pounds of boneless steak and 4 pounds of ground beef. So that's a pretty good deal. And you can select the steaks. I normally choose ribeye, New York strip, and picanha, some of my favorites. And I've cooked their steaks both in the air fryer and pan-seared in butter. I normally cook the ground beef in a pan, and I can confidently say these steaks are the best I've ever cooked at home. I really love them. The flavor is intensely juicy and rich in the middle. They aren't too chewy. My wife also loves them. The ground beef is also noticeably more tasty than any grocery store or other ground beef I've tried. But really, the steaks are out of this world. Also, these steaks are very moderately priced, as I said, at about $10 a pound. I would definitely happily pay for this for quality steaks versus getting even great deals at like $8 a pound on grocery store steaks, though I do both of those things. So I'm definitely going to be making these a staple of my monthly or even weekly shopping. If you're interested in them and want to order, I do have a code which helps support the show if you use it, so I'd really appreciate that. It's CCAST, CCAST. To save on their meat, and that also helps just support me and help me make more of this content and more of the regular episodes with guests. So that's it for this quick mini-sode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it and found it helpful. None of these services are absolutely required to have a healthy, tasty carnivore diet, but they both sent me meat, so I thought I'd share my thoughts with you. Let me know what you think on social media in the comments. Who do you like to get your meat from, and how have you found the meat delivery companies so far? Thanks for listening, and keep it carnivore.